This country is facing an unprecedented economic disaster. I mean, people across this country have lost jobs. Unemployment rate is the highest it's ever been. You've got people facing foreclosure, losing health care.
The poorer you are, the less resources that you have, the worse you'll get battered by this recession.
We have in this economic crisis people whose financial problems have led to legal problems, and that's where Equal Justice Works has a huge role to play.
We put lawyers where the needs are greatest.
When you're a legal services attorney, in the beginning of the day, you could be meeting with one of the poorest people around just to help them with their case. And then by the end of the day, you're meeting with the judge to help with a mortgage foreclosure program.
The Corporation for National Community Service, and that's the organization that runs AmeriCorps, gave us a $1.2 million supplemental grant in order to put lawyers in communities that were facing particular hardships because of the economic downturn.
Where we had normally seen clients coming in at the rate of 12 to 15 per clinic, we suddenly started seeing clients come in at the rate of 30 to 40. At one clinic, we had 70 people lined up around the block waiting to get in to talk to lawyers.
At the placement where I am, the clients are like, look, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know how to respond here. I never saw myself in this position before, and I really need your help. And it could be everything from losing their housing to losing employment. And now here they are in our office and they don't know how to navigate the system.
There's a variety of different nuances to each issue, and I get to research their issues and to look up what we can do to fight their non-payment of rent or to fight their eviction.
They're already struggling financially, so they don't have an extra dollar even to go out and pay for an attorney because they have, $60,000 worth of debt and, $1,300 of income. Most of the clients wouldn't have assistance without us.
We've talked about this a lot. You're placed in the big picture. We are Equal Justice Works. We are AmeriCorps. We are legal services. And if we can tie all these resources together to help meet the need of low-income Americans, that's really what it's all about.
We were probably the first organization to have boots on the field in terms of putting people out there to work on these issues.
Public interest work is important. It's essential. Where are folks who cannot afford to go get legal representation supposed to go?
The clients simply can't imagine before they come to us that there are people out there who provide free civil legal services. They figure that perhaps they'll face homelessness, perhaps they'll have to find their way through the bankruptcy court on their own. For most people, it's a daunting process.
I've seen firsthand people who are faced with foreclosure. Being alone in that process is really frightening to so many people, and having the help that an organization like Equal Justice Works can provide is going to make it possible for some of them to stay in their homes.
I love the client experience. I mean, they are so used to just having someone say, well, that's just the way it is, that when someone says, no, that's wrong, we're gonna fix it, we're gonna make it right, I think it can be really empowering for them.
Equal Justice Fellows have this willingness to see an issue and come up with what they believe will be the answers to this issue, get it into a plan, get it instituted, and see what the outcomes are gonna be.
What's great about Equal Justice Works is that they can move very quickly. They know what business they're in. When they see the context changes, they're willing to just roll up their sleeves and figure out what they need to do. They've risen yet again to the challenge.
Every year that passes, you have more Equal Justice Fellows being your advocates, being your ambassadors out in the community.
The beauty, I think, of Equal Justice Works legal fellowships is that by helping one person at a time, you actually can change your corner of the world. And by having us spread out all over the place, hey, when you look at the big picture, wait a minute, we are changing the world.